Hello, 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 everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see there are already some people getting busy on the chat. Really familiar names. Demolition Daddy, Robin, Will CS, Anton, Anthony, Antoine, Fisher, Mr. Vintage, Rishav. Hello everybody, how's everyone doing today? Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody had a good Saturday. Those of you waking up Sunday, good morning to you. I hope it's all going super well for everybody. Welcome to the stream, everyone. How are things going? 1:45 a.m. Rishav. Wow. I love the commitment. Awesome to have you. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. Hello, Batu. Hey, Adwait, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. The Merpa, yo. Nice, thanks for the confirmation, Robin. Greetings from Germany, RVB. Greetings from South Africa. Awesome to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Marvin Woods, hello. Hello, Aaron. You are watching live from Zambia. Nice. Fellow African continent resident, welcome to the stream. Awesome to have you. Hello, Nguyen Pamin. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name, but welcome to the stream. I see you all the time on Twitter, retweeting my tweets. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here. 20 billion. I assume it's billion BN. Hello from France. Hello from South Africa. Nice to have you. Adrian. I assume it's pronounced Adrian. 9 p.m. at France. So you are an hour behind me. It's not too bad. Cool Cat is watching from Russia. Welcome, Cool Cat. Apparently, I have a big following in Russia, something I never would have expected. So, hey, it's good to have you. Awesome. Bato, you from Belgium. Nice. Welcome, welcome. All right, everybody. It's been a week. I have literally not opened the save game until I opened it, maybe this afternoon to take a screenshot when I was setting up the stream or scheduling the stream, whatever the right term is. But now we are back in, and today I want to take a trip away from this low pop, well, this is not a power plant, it's a water treatment plant that we built. I think it serves the job. It gives a nice sort of rural / in the middle of nowhere, water treatment plant. So today I want to put down a power station here. Now, I know when we're building the map, we had talked about building a dam further up. I think we will probably tackle a project like that later on in the series. Last week, someone also gave the suggestion to build a solar plant under construction, which I thought was also a very good idea. So another thing that we'll definitely be tackling at some point in the future. Hello, Cesar Vieira from Brazil. Welcome. Kototi from Russia. Welcome, welcome. Water is not wet. Your name always gets me every time I see it. So today I'm thinking of putting down the power station here. So we'll just put down a power plant, making use of mostly the vanilla assets. Again, I love the fact that like this, look at how smooth this is, right? I don't get this type of FPS in Normanburg. I definitely don't get this type of FPS in City of Tando. So I'm loving this approach of keeping things as vanilla as possible. I suppose it also helps that I don't have the... What is that mod that makes your trees a higher quality? I don't have that installed as well, so I've just left it vanilla. And I think because of that, it really helps. It's really helping with the FPS. Like, look at my FPS, like 63 FPS. Who sees numbers like this on City Skylines? Like, this is amazing. So I am going to try and soldier on as much as possible with the whole vanilla assets and get creative with it as much as we possibly can and make it work. So we've got a couple of power plants. I'm definitely going to make use of this one, the geothermal power plant. It's got a nice smoky effect, which I think will be very, very nice. Got a couple of power lines, or not power lines, like pipes and stuff. But then we've got this asset. This is the one that I want. So this, I downloaded. This is, yes, I kind of gave in and downloaded a bit. Figured this would be a nice asset to have. Also gives off a nice smoky vibe, but I think it pollutes the land, if I remember right. It's quite very heavy in pollution. But since this is kind of far away from, you know, where the water treatment plant is and the water is flowing this way, we should all be good. Hello, Joel from Spain. Welcome. Hey, Concrete. Welcome. Awesome to have you, hey? Super cool. Agilos, hello from Greece. Hello from South Africa. King David, welcome. Hello, Reese. Saeed from Bangladesh. Nice to have you. Awesome to have you from Bangladesh. All right, so let's get cracking. We're going to fill out this. We're gonna fill out most of the space, at least that's the plan. We'll fill out most of this place, and then we're going to run power lines all the way along, all the way to the city. And then hopefully once that is done, I should be able to unpause the simulation at last. I think all of these things are still intact, eh? Yeah, everything is still intact. If I unpause the simulation now, all of these will get destroyed. They'll all get abandoned. So I'm not going to do that. Cool. So let's get into this. Let's clear out some space and get building. I'm just gonna clear up all of this space. And I think let me raise the ground a little bit. Or let's do that height. I kind of want the ground a little bit flat. I don't feel like battling with terrain today. So let's see if we can just make our lives a bit easier. I think we can leave all these trees along the edge. I think that actually gives it a nice look. Yes, Demolition Daddy. If you've seen my builds, I think I've used a vanilla power plant like once, and that was in Little Town. And I'm probably never going to do that again. Actually, wait, let's see. So I want. I'm not quite sure what I want. So let's put this back. And then, what am I doing? Electricity. I want to get a couple of these in place. And let's use you to get creative, shall we? Anarchy on. Let's plop you down. Plop you down. Mr. A, yes, we did agree on the hydroelectric. So here's my thing. I was having a look at it, what I think it was a week ago or so, and basically I was messing things up and I wasn't sure why everything was not flowing quite nicely. So what I figured I would do is I want to start building the town a bit, just to grow the town a little bit, and then we'll go and work on it. So it's not out of the picture. I do want to work on it. But another thing is I also don't want to just use this. Where is it? I don't want to just use that. I think this is quite hideous. So I want to try and build a custom one. So for that, I want to download 1 or 2 assets and actually plan that out properly. Because really, my builds take very long and I need to learn to fit more into my stream, into the stream time. Because what I usually build in an hour, if you watch any of my videos, I'll literally spend about an hour to an hour and a half building, you know, something from one camera angle as you see it. And that's about how long a stream is for me here. And I'm not happy with the amount of content I've been recording. I mean, the amount of ground I've been covering per stream. So I want to put in more time off camera to actually plan some of these builds before the stream actually begins. And that's why I'm not doing the dam basically. But we will definitely do it at some point. I promise. I don't have that. Oh, but I have node controller. So let's see if I can do something. So I want to do this. Can I make this big? Yeah, kind of can. Okay, cool, great. So here's what I want to do. I want to make it seem like I've got I want to put these 2 guys down, and I want it to kind of turn and line up with the road a bit. So I didn't want it to look completely out of place. I wanted it to be sort of symmetrical with the shape of the road. Power to the people for sure. Hi, Aki. Keep encouraging King David. Dang dog fat. Yes, I am going to do more of Tando, but for now I just need I'll be working on Normasburg for a bit first before I get back into Tando. HM, thank you very much if you're talking to me. Super glad you enjoyed that build, Supernova. So let's see, can we put these together? Really? It resets it. That's very interesting. Does this mean I have to do it again? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I guess I can't. No, I should be able to, right? I should be able to stretch. Yes, there we go. Oh, but that is so nasty. So nasty. Look at that. It just reset itself. I guess node controller has its limits. Is that maybe Perhaps it does that to avoid a crash. So if parameters are going basically out of bounds, it will rather reset itself to the original than try and, I don't know, who knows, end up with a division by 0, which we all know it's horrible for computers. It just goes crashing. Let's see something. Demolition dam. I'll check out that project. Some dams exist only for conservation of water. Ah, okay, Rishav, I get your point. I see what you're saying. That's actually not a bad idea. We could actually definitely do something like that. That's actually quite cool. King David. Water is not wet. What settings are you asking about? Little Town had 0 or very few customized settings. I used the Clarity LUT and the, what is it called, Montebello map theme, and then using, what's this thing, post-process FX. I don't remember what the values were, but I used post-processed FX and shadow strength adjuster to get some custom, I mean not custom, but just to get a slightly deeper shadow look to everything, stronger shadows basically, but there was no relight or anything like that. Hope that helps. If you didn't catch that, I suppose you could always wait for the stream to go public and then you can rewatch the video. Timestamp it, 21 minutes. Okay, let's put that there. So this steams out of there. That's got some smoke coming out of there. So that will make this kind of look like something is happening. Okay. Oh, I didn't save my camera position. Black Fox, yes, this is a new series, but it is not a series in the traditional sense. This is going to be just pure live stream. So this series is only going to happen via live stream. So if you are into live streams and want to see how I do everything that I do, then this is for you. But if you're following any of my existing series, you don't need to worry. You will not miss anything there because I do not plan on live streaming any of my traditional series. I just want to see something. No, I need, there it is. So we need to get the node. So I just want to make it look like, because I don't have any smaller power lines or anything that I can connect it up with. I just want to make it look like the, you know, as this is generating the electricity, that power is actually getting carried out. Why are you not rotating? Why isn't it rotating? Okay. Oh, I suppose I can't rotate the entire node, can I? Just the building asset. Let's get that there. That's weird. See, I've disabled the building, picking up buildings, but I'm still able to grab the small piece. That is just so weird. This is not worth it. Let's disable that. Let me just get, I just want to see if I can get that there. I want the node. There we go. Get the node. Which area can I put it that will look a little bit better? Let's just put it there. It's probably not the best, but you know what? As long as it works. Okay, so that at least makes it look like there's power coming out of each of these, and then we'll have more to go out going. Demolition Daddy, thank you so much for the donation. Any chance of a natural park? Definitely, and we will call it a demolition park just for you. You must remind me. Do you want? Maybe we can do something up in the mountains here, around the actual town. That would actually be cool. But yeah, we can definitely do a natural park. Thank you so much for the donation. Hey, really appreciate it. The demolition park, imagine that. I wonder how many people will want to actually go to such a park. Awesome, King David. Glad you like the live streams. Really hope to keep seeing you on the streams. What's this? Nah, we're not going to put anything out in the water. Let's see. So we've got, what's going on here? Okay, so we've got this. So let's assume this also does something that needs to come across, right? So we are going to put down. So what these act as, I love this asset. This asset is like one of my favorites because it's a nice way of building something that looks like a mini substation or a little open transformer, whatever you want to call it. Okay, shouldn't be an open transformer. I think that would be too dangerous. By the way, before I continue, my nature detailing is beautiful. It's beautiful. Binge watching your other series. Thanks so much, Demolition Daddy. I am planning an entire episode in Normersburg just doing nature detailing. So if things go according to plan, that should be around about episode 16 or 17. So you can look forward to that. I just want to do pure nature work. So that hopefully should be quite exciting and a little different, I suppose. It's been a while since I've just done nature work. So we'll definitely want to do more of that. Let's see, can we get rid of... Actually, let me do this. Let's do that. I think we'll spend some time and just shape up this river area, just so that it looks a little bit decent. Let's get rid of that. You don't want trees too close to where your power stuff is running. So I think I'll get rid of these as well. Let me just delete a couple of these. Okay. Rishav, you're wondering what I do in real life that gives me so much time. Believe you me, I don't have time. So in real life, I'm in the IT space. I am what's known as a software solutions architect. I'm basically a glorified software developer. Not a software developer, but I'm a programmer. Now, I don't have a lot of time, believe you me. I work a standard 9-to-5 job, and of course I've got family. So every day I spend time with the family, spend my entire day at a job, And when the family goes to bed, which is usually at around this time for me, it is 10:30 p.m. I then take the time between now and run about 1 a.m. to work on City Skylines. So almost all my work is done at night, sometime between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. I do my work. I do City Skyline stuff. So I'm making time to do this. It's not like I don't have a normal job that I need to go to. So from time to time, I tend to burn out because one can only operate so long on 4 hours of sleep every day. So when I do burn out, then you generally have those periods where I don't release videos for like a month or so. So I try and catch it before it gets too bad. So as soon as I see myself getting way too fatigued, then I tend to take a break. And that's why you often find that I take a break after every 10 episodes or so. Because by then I would have been working, or at least doing this flat full on for about 2.5 months. So I usually take a couple of weeks off to just rejuvenate. So yeah, that's the long answer to your question. Rishav, I believe Rishav, you asked that. What? I'm trying to follow the chat here. You can name it Didi. Ooh, that's a nice name. Didi Park. King David, thank you so much for the kind words. Really appreciate it. Mandan, don't worry, you haven't missed much. We just started working on the power plant. Monsi, where did I study? I'm assuming you're referring to my tertiary education, varsity university. If that's what you're referring to, and you're in South Africa or know anything about South Africa, I went to Rhodes University in Grahamstown. That's where I did my studies. Uh, 4 hours of sleep is just extreme. Yeah, Rishav, I the more you do this kind of stuff, the more your body gets used to it. So, but yes, don't worry. I definitely keep everything in mind. I try not to over push myself, and that's why I always do those mandatory 10 episode breaks. At the very least, I do those breaks. I don't have one of my favorite tree assets. Let's do tall grass. I'm missing another tall grass. That's so sad. These are props. I'm pretty sure this is a prop. Okay, let me think about this now. What do I want to do? Let's do concrete brush. And let's stick you. Let's use a big one actually. This will help control my limits a bit better. So let's put you there, and let's put you there. Thanks, Marvin Woods. Thanks to King David. I get 8 to 10 hours of sleep sometimes, and I'm still exhausted. What? I can't remember the last time if I get an 8 to 10 hour, yeah, that hardly happens. But when it does happen, I've generally burnt myself out, and my body has probably just crashed. My microphone seems to be going into the red a lot, so I'm just lowering the mic volume a bit because I've got a little light indicator on my microphone that tells me when my volume is too loud or when it's picking up too much sound. So I've just lowered the volume just a little bit just to make sure it doesn't go into the red. Okay. Let me pull the chat back up. What do I want to do? Okay, let me think about this. So let's... Whoops, wrong thing. Let's do this. Let me dirty up this area. And then I want to put down some pipe networks because there are pipes in places that just make things look good. When in doubt, place pipes. Ooh, what's here? Yeah, we can say something's coming from you. And let's just put that down there. I don't know what that is, but I think it'll look a bit cool. Let's grab you, elevate you a tad bit. There you go. We have a pipe. It's doing something. We don't know what yet, but it does something. Yeah, Mr. Vintage, that's me now, hey? I think my body has gotten used to also not really sleeping for too long. What do I want to do? That's what I wanted to do. I had plans. So let's just... So I feel like we need some kind of a building. We need some sort of a building somewhere here. So there are no actual electric buildings that we can actually use for this. So let's go and find ourselves a nice factory. Mr. Bergen, ever so generous. Thank you so much once again. You're loving this industrial stuff. Hey, thank you so much, Robin. I really appreciate it, hey? I cannot say enough how much I appreciate everything you do for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, that's not very nice. Hey, Jester. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, how is this? It's not a lot of industrial buildings that I can use. No 3x2 ones either. That's a bummer. Hey, 3x3. I don't want 3x3. 3x1? No. 2x1? No. Ugh. I don't want anything that's going to stretch all the way out to the highway. Let's do this. Oh, did I just lose my position? Okay, no, I've got my position back. Let's put... And you don't realize how limited the vanilla assets are until you don't download custom assets. My goodness. Oh gosh, no. Well, this is a problem. Didn't realize this road was that close. You know what? Let's get rid of this fence. And let's see something. Let's see if... Can you mask it? Can we mask it? Can we... no, let me not use that. Let's just get into first fence mode. Can we mask this? Yes, we can. I think this works. So this area gets hidden nicely. Actually, we can push it out a little bit further, and then we allow a view into the actual power station through here. So we can then put we can put the fence maybe from here to here, and then, ooh, too far, and then further along that way. So what I would actually like, can I get the, yes I can. Let's actually do this so it looks, it's a bit closer to the inside, and then that comes out a bit, and then we can just put a little bit of grass in and around here. I think I'm going to download just 1 or 2 more grass assets. The funny part is this, I don't know, I think this is a high try count asset, but I'm not sure. I need to double check. Okay. Now I want a building here as well. I want something sitting this side. So let's get back to viewing all by 2, all by 3. What could pass off as, oh, you could definitely pass off as something electricity related. And then, what are you? What are you? Let's see, if I rotate you and I put you here. What do you guys think? Fits? Doesn't fit? Or should we keep a space between them? So this is kind of an ending point. Hello, Williams. Boop, 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 boop. I have over 2,000 custom assets, and it still seems like it's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough at all. I have 4,000 assets, or 4,500 assets for Nomasburg, and I'm constantly wishing I had more. City of Tando has over 8,000, and I'm still wishing that I had more. So hey, you can clearly never have enough. I don't know how many of you know, what's his name is PHTN, for his City of Westdale series. I think he posted a screenshot maybe a year or 2 back. And I'm pretty sure I remember seeing something like 15,000 assets or something like that. I'm like, what? How do you even run that thing? That's insane. Jester, not having enough limits, creativity, but it also tests it, right? But yeah, rather this than streaming at 5 FPS. I'm pretty sure nobody will come and watch if this thing is just good at 5 FPS. I can't. King David, yep, we are all waiting for that news. Rishav, I didn't answer your question. What was your question? Listen, if you've got a question for me, hey, tag my name, because then your message stands out clearly when I look at the chat. Otherwise, it's just another message, or it looks like every other message, and I might just miss it. So if you've got a very specific question for me, just give me a tag my name, and it'll stand out nice and big on my side, so I can see it clearly. Concrete has 9,600 assets. That is insane. K.A. Jones, thank you for accepting the buildings. I think I'll leave them there for sure. So KA Jones, you wanna know if I have my color settings for this? No, I haven't posted this anywhere, but I will find some time and do it. I'll definitely share it all with you. Yeah, you know what, guys, I do really need some like small bushes just so that we can have, you know, some things in and around this area. For now, let's just keep putting. Let's put down some more dirt assets, because this actually, okay, let's shift out. Let's just do that. So dirty up this area. I'll dirty up this area. So I really, if you guys want like super high detailed stuff, you may want to stick with the normal series streams. This one will be minimal detailing with as much creativity as we possibly can to try and maintain a decent FPS. Okay, let's do the shoreline. Let's do some coastal work, shall we? So we're just going to try and make this area look a little bit decent. I need this to be weaker. Mandan Mori, thank you so much for donation. Really appreciate it. Did I say thank you so much for donation? Thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. All these donations, hopefully soon, one of these days, amass enough. Get that brand new graphics card, because sheesh, this 1060 is reaching its limits. Get a brand new graphics card, and who knows, maybe I'll be able to crank things up a bit. I've managed to at least upgrade my CPU, so I've got a pretty decent CPU. Graphics card is all that is left. So thank you all so much for the donation. You helped me take one step closer to it. I got tagged by somebody. So just quickly, KA, just so I can show you. So at least you can, if you want to, you can rewatch this and kind of pause it. Here are my relight settings. So these are the relight settings for this map, or at least, in fact, I use the same relight settings for all my 3 cities, with the exception of City of Tando. With City of Tando, I toned the contrast down to 0.35, I think, for City of Tando, whereas with this, every other one, Normasburg and this one, sits on this. So this is my relight settings for pretty much everything. And then I use, where is it? I'm currently using Relights 3 Kali. So for this, you need to get Relight, and then there are 2 other Relight ones that you download. I think it's more Relights and even more Relights, or something like that. And Relight 3 Kali is one of those ones. Okay, hope that helps. Here is my SSO settings. I only really mess around with this. So the intensity is cranked all the way up, but it's intense like this because I think it's my monitor. My monitor does not seem to render the shadows unless I crank it all the way up. But I noticed that when I post some screenshots, and people say that my shadows are very strong. So I don't know. So you can play around with these and see, but this is my settings for that. Okay, and then the last thing is, no, I think that's it. Those are all the settings that I got. Anything, vanilla map is limited to 9 tiles. Yeah, we're not limiting ourselves to 9 tiles. Mandan, so you as software developer as well, Python and React for full stack, and no time to take write and debug code. and know time. Oh, and you know the time that it takes to write, debug, and run code. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I have, at least for the most part, I have left active software development behind. I am now in this, I'm now an architect, a software solutions architect. So I do development as well. We focus heavily on the cloud these days. So I've been doing quite a lot of Python scripting in AWS. So that's kind of my day-to-day thing at the moment. All right, this is coming together nicely, actually. I actually like the way it looks. It actually really looks like some sort of a power plant. I think once we unpause and we start seeing smoke coming out of it, that should actually look pretty cool. The only thing I wish I had was just some bushes, man. I want some bushes to just place around here and so. But it's cool. Let's continue. You're welcome, K.A. Jones. It's my pleasure. Oh, no, I need to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to get things stuck on top of buildings. I wanna get slightly darker things in between there. All right, cool. Now let's just put down a few crates. When in doubt, put down some crates. There are always crates at these sort of places. It really adds to the effect. I got some. I like this one, which just randomly puts things down. Let's get you down. Actually, I take this and then just duplicate it a few times. Okay, we've got a couple of those down. Oh, away. And let's take you down. Oh, you know what I didn't put down? I didn't put down anywhere where the workers can actually park their cars when they actually come to work. Unless we put that further out here, create a point out of this place, and then we say, nah, let's just give them some parking here. Just something small, nothing too hectic. There we go. They've got parking. And we can just do I have any props? Yeah. Don't go and mess up. So something small to keep you in check. There we go. King David, you are able to buy AMD and I highly recommend playing Skylines with this graphics card. You know, I was looking at the 6900 XT actually today, doing a comparison between it and the RTX 3090. They are similarly priced here. Anyway, here in South Africa, they're both quite similarly priced. I think there's like 1,000 rand difference, which is maybe what, $70, about a $60-70 difference. But then when I look at a proper comparison of the two on GPU user benchmarks, it seems like the RTX 3090 outperforms it by quite a bit. It seems like the 3090 is currently the industry leading card. So if I can, that's what I'm aiming to get when I can. All right, so let's do. I'm going to let me put you here. Yeah. So we have a nice position for it. Rishav, when am I going to do solar plant under construction build? I'm not sure. That's the honest answer. So what I want to do, my plan is I want to finish power, run lines all the way in, and then I want to grow this place a bit. So I want to at least get some houses in, get a couple more shops in, and just work on a layout for this town a bit. And then once we start getting that, then we can start planning sort of unique projects, because we want people to be driving to those things that we build. And that's why I want to get these things in as soon as possible, so that we can get people coming in as soon as possible. Once we actually have people in the towns, then they can start going to all these things that we build. Okay, so I do not have custom rocks. Big surprise. What are the no man, I thought they were called rock. Oh, there they are. Okay. What can we do? Yay! I was worried we didn't have these. Great. These are the assets that I was looking for. Just to make the shoreline look a bit more ragged. It's not a shoreline, this is the river edge. Is it a shoreline? I don't know. No, shoreline is where the shore meets the sea, isn't it? By definition. It's completely not relevant to what I'm doing right now. Don't mind me. I'm just mumbling. I hope I didn't miss anything. Mandan Mori, I can't remember if I said thank you for your donation. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Love the stream. I was just wondering, what are your favorite tree and vegetations you use? Charlie Oliver, this tall grass is one of my favorites. I love putting it between like the rocks like this, to give it that overgrown look. This is one of my favorite assets. Absolutely love it. I also love these leafy trees because they fill up an area so nicely. You know, you can use these in combination with the oak assets by Mr. Mason to achieve like some really dense looking forest. So I love these assets. The other ones, I've got some other ones that I absolutely love, which I don't have here. The juniper is also one of my favorite ones. I love using it for creating like rows of trees. And I'm gonna download a couple more before the next stream, so I can share more of that stuff. But I have a link to a lot of my tree and asset collections in my videos. I don't have it in these videos descriptions. I actually need to work on putting them in, so I will do that for your reference. Hey, Mr. Mason, welcome to the stream. Thank you if you're just passing by. It was awesome to have you. Stay as long as you like. That was creepy. I was just hearing funny noises. Weird. I'm going to think it's the music that's playing in my ears that's making me hear things. Okay, let's get some more of the stuff in. So let's just, I really don't have all the tree assets that I would love to have to actually detail the shoreline the way I would like. Ah man, the river edge. But it's fine. We have plenty of time to do that. And plus, this is supposed to be a deserty feel, right? So we're probably not supposed to have too many of these, but it's all good. Ariam, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Thank you so much for the donation. I see your donation is in South African Rand, so you're a fellow South African. Thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate it. One step closer to the graphics card. Thank you. Mr. Mason, thank you so much. You love my builds. I love your assets. Your assets are the reasons why some of us are able to do what... In fact, they're the reason that all of us are able to do what we do. So we really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let us just dirt up this area. I don't want this like super solid transition line. Okay. All right. I mean, with what we've got, we've made it work. It would be nice to actually spend an episode, or let me not say an episode, a stream just working on the nature around the river's edge. I think I want to do that. I'll get more assets, and then we'll just focus a stream on just the river detailing. It's something I would love to do. Let's put a few more here. I want to put a few more rocks along here. Let's do that. Actually, it's always nice having just some random rocks lying around. What do you look like? Does this stand out, Eddie? Oh yeah, it actually kind of does. I thought we were not going to see this. I'm going too crazy with props. Relax. Jeepers, I'm gonna kill my FPS before I've even began to see the builds. Neat. I like it. Oh, like, imagine having... I think imagine just having these rocks just all along the edge of the river. Like, how cool is that? Like, have this kind of lining up all of these areas, right? Get the tall grasses and just stick them in between to have this overgrown effect. Just along the river shore. Like just here. Hang on. Like, check that out. Like, how cool does that look? Like, how cool does that look? That is just fantastic. Oh, I love it. Whoops. I love it. All right. Okay. Let me focus what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's create a way into this. That's not straight. That's better. All right. Let's get a way into the... hope Joburg Power isn't treating you as badly as it's treating me. Oh, it's treating me very badly. Last week I couldn't stream on Saturday last week because I was load shed. So I had to move my stream to Sunday. So yeah, we all getting it. Maybe one day I'll be able to get a generator. But then again, I get a generator and then you find that I don't know, my internet supplier does not have generator, and then it's all pointless. So let's do that. So you will be going that way. Can I? No, that's not looking very nice. Is it because it's too close? No, it's not too close. Let's do that. And then can I get... Let's see what we can do about making you... So then it will be better for me to bring this down. Oh, that's so ugly. Let's do that again. Water is not wet. Thank you so much for the donation. You would recommend NVIDIA over AMD. I have a personal preference for NVIDIA as well. So yeah, I will probably I'm saving up for an NVIDIA card, a 3090 if I can. So thank you so much. Water is not wet. If it's not wet, what is it? I'm really curious. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. Let's get... What am I doing? What am I doing? No, that's not bendy. That's too bendy. I don't want a bendy road. You know what? We'll just leave it. Let's leave it like that. Why go for a generator and not a solar powered thingy? Because getting a solar powered thingy is super pricey. The setup costs are quite steep. That's why. It's really the only reason why. Let's get... All right, let's do some of this. I don't do this enough. So let's do some of this. Let's get that there. Oh, crap. That's supposed to be a solid line. Will this have... Ah, look at that. It has all my templates from Nomersburg. Yay. Let's get you properly lined up. Let's get you also properly lined up. Let's get you there. Oops. Let's get you there. Let's apply the template. If you don't use templates with the intersection marking tool, you should be using templates for the intersection marking tool. Let's see, how do we do this? So you come in, but I don't really care. I actually want no, wait, you see, this would normally go straight and there would be a stop. There would be a stop here, but there's no points for me to be able to connect anything to here. Any ideas how that can be done? Can that be done actually? Because this would connect to this and this would come in, but I won't be able to do that, hey, to bring it straight and that. I don't think that's something I can do. There are no points. Does anybody know if I can do that or not before I continue? You're imagining some fishing spots in the rocky parts of the river. Can you fish in the Rockies? Oh, let me know. Oh, you mean thingy fishing, not boat fishing. I assume you mean, what do they call it? Fly fishing. If that's what you mean, yeah, I can see that. At Sanctum Gamer, just get a battery backup. We have lots of load shedding in Zambia. Okay, that's interesting. I thought the biggest downside to generators were the noise. I was just gonna stick it out somewhere in the back and say, sorry neighbors, I do apologize. Dan Boy, is there going to be a new episode of Tando or you'll take a break from it? Dan Boy, I am taking a break from it at the moment, focusing on Nomersburg for a while. And then we'll get back to Tando in about... Let me not make any promises. You know what? Let me not make any promises. But we will get back to Tando at some point. Probably within the next month or two. Hey, there's a line missing. Oh, there it is. So I am going to be doing at least what's this thing? At least 10 episodes of Nomersburg before we return to Tando. Okay, you say you can create invisible lanes. You say I can add rules. Yeah, I can add rules, but for me to be able to add a rule, I need to be able to break this. There's no point here that I can break it. The only way is to create There's no way for me to get a point here. Even if I was to put, see, even trying to put fillers in, it only recognizes node points like that. And because there's no node here, I can't do that. So, meh. So basically it will end up looking something like this if I was to try and do it. It will look something like so. Ah, man, you're supposed to have been solid. So let me just show you what I mean. So we do this, then I would have to, so this chappy, should I actually do this? Actually, no. Let me leave that one. Hang on. So see, these ones turning would go this way, which is very unrealistic, because in real life they would go straight and stop here and then turn. Even if I create an invisible lane, it wouldn't work. Can't think of any way I can do this realistically. Man, look at the amount of traffic. My mod with the traffic got messed up, but I've reset it now. See, so I can't think of any realistic way in which we can do this. So instead of doing this, we're going to get rid of all of these. And then, do I have, even if I put a line, the cars are still going to be driving this way. I'm actually starting to think this is not worth it. Is this worth it? Let me just make it, maybe make it like that. So it's not too hectic. And at the same time, it's also not too, and I will just leave it at that. I think it's fine. I think that's fine. Let's just fix these. Settlers 2006. Hello from South Africa. Welcome to the stream. Hey, I guess maybe this person wasn't lying to me. I'm seeing quite a few hellos from Russia. Every stream, actually. Welcome to the stream. It was nice to hang out a bit. This looks fantastic as always. Cool, Jester, thank you so much for dropping by here. Really appreciate it. I will catch you on the server. Okay, so we have a way into the power station. What do we do here is now the question. What do we do here? Ooh. Should I just make it, let's put some fencing, because a place like this would often, oh, too close. Hang on, actually, let me get the right fence that I used here. Let's grab you. Let's go back. No, this way. So a place like this would often would be closed off. That is obviously security measure. So let's close you off to there. I don't think this is lined up. Let's line you up properly. Okay, and then I'm just going to put, I usually like using trees to kind of hide the fact that there's no real ending to anything. Potholes mod Arium. I have enough potholes in real life. I don't want to see potholes in my fictional city, which is supposed to be almost perfect. Gas station. Would a gas station be here, not inside a power plant? We can put a gas station along the route, sure, no problem. But here I would add, I could envision like an admin building of sort. Let's see. What do we have in our office space, under offices that could work? What's this? Oh, definitely not an Andes. Let's get rid of that. What are you? No. Not really. What are you? And what are you? No, too tall. No, you're a shop. You are also a shop. Put a visitor sign in the building. A visitor sign? Dan boy, did I live close to Johannesburg? That's the only South African city I know. Well, guess what? You're in luck. I live in Johannesburg. Is that out of place? It's out of place because of stuff like that. This is why I'm not a big fan of the vanilla assets, because there are all these little quirky things on it. Charlie Oliver, what do you mean by a visitor sign in the building? I get what you're saying, Dano, and it kind of makes sense. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Could we do that? Let's see. Let's see what this will look like. The question though is, do I have any gas stations? I don't think I have any gas stations. Let's do a search for station. Oh, wow. My typing skills are gone out the window. See, they're so tiny. Anything petrol station, everything is all this. I get what you're saying. Actually, I can see how a gas station would work here now. I think I get your vision. You know what? We will fulfill that vision. I'm going to leave this for now. We will come back next stream. I'll get a gas station and we'll build something in this space as a start. We'll get rid of this, but we'll put something here. We'll put something there. So I'm gonna leave that there, and let's then go and get these power lines towards the city. Okay, let's do that. I think your vision there makes sense. I just want to have, so let's see. We can run the power across and then run the power lines on this side. And then let's see what we do there. Let's see. Somebody asked me if I play Minecraft. Water is not wet, and no, I don't play Minecraft, unfortunately. I am not a big fan of the pixelated graphics effects. Doesn't really resonate with me. If I'm buying myself a 3090, you can be sure it's because I want to see nice graphics. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not very big on games that don't have like top tier graphics. Yeah, if that's a thing. So yeah, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, I don't play Minecraft. I've seen though the stuff that people have built in Minecraft, and it is incredible. It is seriously incredible stuff. So who knows? Maybe one day. Is this a thing? We'll connect up the powers and then let it carry. Let's get some power. Oh, I didn't save the position. I can use hiders to remove all those vanilla props. Yes, I could, but hide it is one extra mod that is removing things. And every extra mod affects the performance. And performance is key in a live streamable city. And that is why I currently... Do I have hide it? Actually, I lie. Oh, I forget I didn't save this position. Let me just save this position now, because I think we might just do a few more things here before we move on. Let me just check something. Do I have hide it? I do have hide it. Why do I have hide it? You said I can remove objects and props. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, if I hide it, I mean, if I have it, I might as well use it, right? I wonder if each item you hide has any impact at all. Okay. I have hide it. We shall see what we do with hide it in future. Okay, let's do some. See, this is where I miss my favorite tree. Let's get rid of that. Oh, that's actually going out. My favorite bush asset. It's such a nice filler for places like this. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to put trees lining this whole thing, but I also don't want to kill props, because I'm definitely not going to be, well, let me not say definitely, let's see. Why don't I just use this leafy regular? Strength come down a bit. Okay, and then we can just do that. Let's increase your density a bit so you can get more stuff in. Nope, too close. I mean, the trees in real life would not be so close to the power line, so we can definitely put them along here. And then, woohoo! I mean, come on. We gotta do some shoreline work. Shoreline, why do I keep saying shoreline? I must download the gray rocks. You know, the ones that you can sink into the ground. To get rid of the vanilla pearls, I use a skeleton escape file for the loading screen mod test version. It helps with the RAM. Escape file. Oh, does the loading screen mod have... You can feed it a file with assets that it mustn't load. Is that what a skip file is? Because that's pretty cool. Let's not get this a little bit denser. And then let's put... No, you're not thick enough. Ooh, let's put this one down actually. Let's put this down. Ugh, I hate the LOD of this so much. Let's just enable. I'm just enabling. What's this thing? Ultimate level of detail, just so that it's not so hideous. And then we can put this down. Let's go in a bit. I'm not recording a video. At least let's see the details. Leon wants to know, what football team do I support if you follow football? I do follow football. So I suppose in your more popular leagues, English Premier League for example, I follow Manchester United. So I'm a Manchester United fan. In I suppose Spanish football, I wouldn't say I really follow anybody. But for quite a while, I was a fan of Real Madrid. And here in South Africa, I am a Pirates fan. And we have not seen a trophy in years. It's so sad. So sad. I don't want to use these rocks, but anyway, you make use of what you've got, right? And then I think I can make it look a bit better if I use this along these areas, just to kind of blend it all in. And then we can put more grass. I think this area is prime for some trees just growing along the rocks. So my thinking is this, correct or not, I don't know, but this is what seems to make sense in my mind, that these rocks basically provide a sort of safe haven for the tree's roots. So there isn't like as fast flowing of the water in this area. And also you can imagine water splashes up there and will get trapped behind the rock, so it will sink down. And as a result, the soil in and around these areas will just be more fertile and more rich, allowing, you know, bigger trees to grow before getting washed away, or without getting washed away by the stronger currents. And that's why whenever I place down rocks and stuff, I generally tend to put a lot of foliage around it, because that's what seems to make sense in my mind. Well, I've been missing quite a bit. On the ones you don't want and it makes a file. Okay, sure. GD, welcome, welcome, welcome. Mr. Vintage, Man U fan. Awesome stuff. Hello, hello. I've just lost Leon. No, I'm sorry, Leon. Wait, hang on. If you are unsubscribing, what are you, a Liverpool fan? Ugh. I hope you're not a Liverpool fan. Ugh. We don't do Liverpool fans. Hello, Racing Denmark. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Dano. Leon, Chelsea. Okay, cool. It's fine. You guys are below us in the log. I can handle that. I can handle Chelsea. I don't have any beef with Chelsea. And United has beef with Liverpool, not Chelsea. We got no issues with Chelsea. You know, except for all those years when you bought your success. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Let's enjoy some city skylines, shall we? Alright, let's put this down. Okay, so I want to run two big power lines going into the city. Or into the town, let me rather say. Let's do that. Let's connect you up. And then these can then connect up. Oh, no. You know what? No. Let's move you out wide a bit first. And then I can connect you up. Nope. Let's grab the node. Okay, that works. You have no water. You have no water. Hey. Oh, of course he has no water. Let's give you some water and stop complaining. Electricity. You still have no electricity. It doesn't matter. We will give this place its own little substation. There we go. Oh. But it would make sense for a place like this to have its own little substation. Oh, I had substations here. I need smaller power lines then to run to this place. This is too close to the highway. That is way too close to the highway. It's extremely unrealistic. So, I mean, realism is honestly not my top priority, but you can't just have a power line that's just sitting there like that. That doesn't make any sense. Joe, I think I'm just gonna call you Joe C. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like that power line. Not the power line, the water treatment plant. We did that in the last stream last week. Let's shift you out. I don't know how realistic this actually is, hey? I don't know anything about the workings of power lines and stuff like that, so we building something. We definitely building something. Okay, let's get rid of you. Actually, let's just do this. Let's get rid of all these trees around here. Cool. And even here, these are too close to the road. But we say that tough times, right? They were desperate. The mountain is right here. It's just getting pretty hectic. So they decided that they were going to leave it like that. And let's raise you. Oh, too far. Oh, too low. And by raising this, they put down some guardrails, and I still have not downloaded a guardrails network. So we have some guardrails. To be honest, I don't know how that's going to help. But these guardrails are generally quite tough, right? It's not. No. I'm not happy with the way. I'm not happy. Oh, wait, hang on. Ugh, this is not a recording. I don't have to worry about measurements. I can just do that. Where are you? There you are. I think that should be about right. That's fine. That looks about right. And you see, a place like this, there wouldn't be any trees, but you can definitely imagine some small grass green there. Okay, have a good one. Gonna go get some fishing on Elm Street. Huh? Gonna get back to finishing an elm tree. I had Elm Street and my mind immediately went to Freddy Krueger. Mr. Mason, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Work on that elm tree. Hope to hopefully be able to see it used in one of my builds soon. Thank you so much for dropping by. And as an additional precaution to make sure that accelerator flooring drivers don't go flying into our power lines, let's just put some more trees here. Don't go flying in that direction, please. And let's just close off this area. By the way, someone gave me this tip last week where, you know, sometimes you put down like a tree and it will place like 3 trees in the same spot. And you can get around that very easily by lowering the brush strength, because it's normally on 1. Just send it below that and you can place the trees one by one as much as you want. And it's like it always places just 1 in each place, which is super cool. So whoever you are that gave me that tip, I honestly cannot remember, unfortunately. Thank you for it. Was it you, Mr. Vintage? Oh, it's a mod. No, so I didn't have to get the mod. Just lowering the brush more than worked. But I'm guessing the mod removes any tree that has the same position, or at least positions which overlap the size of the mod. The size of the tree. That's a pretty cool mod. I should use that mod on Normasburg and Tando, because I know I've got a lot of duplicate trees. If you're wondering why I do this because usually, depending upon the type of theme you have, when you change the texture, it's visible from like way up high. Okay, cool. So we've got that. Let's run more power lines, shall we? So I'm going to get rid of trees all the way along here. Ooh, what are we going to do when we get here? Should we cross? I would love to cross, actually. I think it would look cool if we cross and then run it. Oh, this would be so cool. Run the power all the way to about here. I'm gonna have some stuff here, so maybe we can build a little substation here at some point. Okay. All right, let's get going. Let's build some more power lines. Am I not supposed to have... Oh, I guess not. Nope. Don't like the fact that you are doing that. So let's do this because I want it here. And then I need to then enable that. Is that too wide? I feel like it's too wide. It's just too wide. Okay, there we go. How do I stop buildings becoming blurry when you're not up close to them? I have turned off depth of field and done other things, but it doesn't seem to help. Okay, I think the blurriness that you're referring to is what's known as the LOD. So just correct me if I'm wrong. If I come close to a building, it looks pretty good. Right? As I zoom away, it changes, and different buildings have different LODs. These ones have pretty good LODs, and that's why they still look the same. Like if you look at that, you see that things start disappearing and then it changes completely. So I assume that's what you're referring to. If that's what you mean, this is what's known as the LOD of a building. So the further away you zoom out, it basically changes the actual building into a less detailed version of itself. It basically allows the game to render a lot more at the same time without basically killing your graphics card. If you hell bent on changing that, which I strongly suggest you don't, because believe you me, your frame rate will go out the window and you won't be able to do anything, you can get this mod called Ultimate Level of Detail, and it allows you to set the LOD distance for different things: vehicles, when the vehicle LOD must kick in, network, buildings, and so on. And what you want to do is change the building LOD to a very, very high value. You can see the author themselves tell you if you put it on 100,000 meters, which is 100 kilometers, say goodbye to your CPU, because your CPU is not going to be able to keep up. So if you really want to prevent that, get Ultimate Level of Detail mod, and then you can play around with them as you wish. So if you look at this, if I can give you an example, for example, my tree LOD is set to 425 meters, right? I changed that to, let's say, 5,000 meters, and you see all my trees get rendered very nicely. I can turn off the LOD or turn on the LOD again by pressing Control Shift and full stop, and that goes back into LOD. Now, just as a demonstration, you can see how smoothly everything operates. I'm going to turn on or turn off the LODs for trees. And did I turn it off? And see what happens to my frame rate. See how my frame rate just goes out the window. So that's basically what's going to happen if you try and turn off LODs for all your buildings. If you've got a huge city, it will destroy your graphics card. So do it if you want to. I don't recommend it. It's worth doing when you want to take screenshots, but otherwise it's not something I would say you must play the entire game with. All right, Charlie Oliver, hope that helps. Let's get that going. Oh no, let's do this. Let's just blend this out a bit better. Okay, I think we've got more than enough room now. Let's do this. Let us... I think I'll need to disable this actually. Hey, another thing, Charlie Oliver, it's really hard to tell, based on not seeing what you are doing. But another thing you might also consider is your game might be running 1080p, which basically the anti-aliasing on that thing, I don't know if it's good, if it's bad, but it basically makes everything looks blocky. Tell me, actually, let's do this quickly. Your game might be running like this, in which case your buildings look, do you see that? You see it looks kind of jaggedy and weird. I don't know if that's something that you experience. So you see the buildings don't look as crisp anymore. It's like it's all weirded out, in all those funky places. You can get this mod called dynamic resolution if you don't have it, and crank it up to 200%. Now if I apply that, just take a note at how my buildings change. See, they become a whole lot sharper. So I don't know, maybe that might also be what you're experiencing. What this is basically doing is internally, it's basically rendering this image internally in basically 4K and scaling it down to 1080p, and that's allowing the buildings to look crisper. So this is standard 1080p look. You can see everything looks weird and blocky, and this is it bumped up to 100%, and you can see everything looks much sharper and much smoother. So if that is your problem, you can consider getting the dynamic resolutions mod. But just note, because it's rendering things internally essentially in 4K, or depending upon what percentage you put it on, you are going to tank your graphics card. Oh, well, let me not say your graphics card. You're going to tank your FPS quite a bit. All right. That was a bit of a detour, but I hope that was helpful. Let me just do everything from this height, guys, because I don't want to use this, but at the same time it's just not. Let me just do, let me see, where am I going? I'm going across here, so let's put you there, and then I can enable this to do that, maybe to do that, and connect it up. Yeah, Charlie Oliver, a 1070 should be fine, because I am a 1070 should be able to run it on 200%, at least for a fairly, should I say, small size city, because I run it on 200% and I'm on a 1060. So a 1060 with 3 gigs of memory to make it even worse. So I think you should be fine on a 1070. I run City of Tando at 200%, but I mean, I get like, I don't know, my FPS is not very good in Tando. Let me just say. Oh, it's 13. Can you just... So 12 to LA, a segment length of 12 is the limits of one segment. Thereafter, it's going to create an extra segment, which I so hate. Let's get some things here. Okay, let's get 1 or 2 in here as well. So all along here, can we just do this? Actually, we can say that the people who built, who laid the power, took the time to make this as protected off as possible, I suppose. And let's envision that there is a guardrail kind of in the middle of all these bushes. That's... Nope, not gonna happen. I need to do that first, and then that, and then we can do that. Okay, cool. So at least there's something guarding the power lines, which is really what all I wanted. All right, let's get across. Getting this across is going to be tough, and then we can do that. And then let me see if I can line them up. Okay, I don't want it on the river. Charlie, I highly doubt it's the number of assets. The number of assets should not have an impact on your graphics card's ability to render an image clearly. It will have an impact on your RAM, sure, but it shouldn't affect blurriness. Unless, of course, you're saying that you've got too many assets placed in your city, then that's a different story. Actually, let's go from you to you, and then connect you up to you. And then let's just remove more trees along the way. So remove more trees there and add some on the side. And let's do one more to there and one more to there. And then let's close this part off. Okay, I think we've got that. Water is not wet. Thank you so much, so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Honestly, really appreciate it. You guys are going to help me get the graphics card hopefully soon. Thank you. Your generosities continues to warm my heart. Thank you so much. Okay, and I just want to do that. I might do some slight touch-ups to this. I don't know if I do open up the save before next week. I might just put some slight like overgrown grass in between. We still need to run this water pipe. Or maybe we should just sink it here. Alright, so they only elevated it to cross the road and then it went down. Get 25 to 35 FPS in game, and I think it's because I have like 3,000 assets or just under. Jeepers, if you're getting that type of FPS with that many mods and that many assets, you've got a beast of a computer. Oh no, because you can see even with this, I know my thing says 60 FPS, but it's actually not 60, it's actually 30. The reason I'm getting 60 FPS is because I'm running the game at 50% game speed. That's why you're seeing That's why mine said 60 FPS. So if I crank it up to 100%, my FPS will actually dip down to about 30 FPS. So yeah. All right, cool. So I think we've done quite a bit. We've got power in, running all the way. Did we put water? Yes, we sent water all the way down to there. Great. So I don't want the power lines to go any further, to be honest. What if I actually bring them here, make them cross, and then it can run along? Because we're gonna have industrial areas here, it will make sense that I can kill off the power somewhere around here. I think let's do that. Let's get the power across the road, and then we will probably call it there. So so you can come down straight, and then we will cross here, and then we will run it along the train tracks to about somewhere around here. I think that should work. If you're wondering where he's from South Africa. Thank you, bandits. I'm from South Africa. And I'd love to have a computer one day. I played it on Xbox, but it obviously isn't close. Yeah, I can't even begin to imagine what it's like playing this thing on the console. Hey, I don't know if I would survive. Water is not wet. Thank you so much for the support. I honestly appreciate it. You are like a regular. Seeing you every week. Thank you so much. Go get some sleep. Get some rest. The stream will be ending soon anyway. Thank you so much for the donation. I really, really appreciate it. We'll use Move It to adjust all of these actually. Let's use Move It. And let's get... come on, grab the note. Grab the note. There we go. You know what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to grab these two, and we're going to pull these two across the highway and the rail tracks. So we get these two there, and then I'll move these ones closer to here. There we go. I think that works. Thanks for the help. My pleasure, Charlie. I hope it was some kind of help at least. Hopefully you see an improvement in what you don't like. That's the most important. We all want to at least enjoy what we're doing, right? And visuals are a big part of that. So let's just say here they've actually said no civilians, and here as well they've said no civilians, right? So the two areas will be blocked off nicely, and we will then put in again my favorite tree. We will use that to just kind of hide the fact that the fence actually goes nowhere. Okay, but then from this side, it looks like they've taken the time to do something about it, about protecting, you know, the power lines and stuff. And then we can do the same thing here. I mean, we got train tracks here, so this is all good. Here we go. Hermione. But someone just answered you. Bandits just answered you. I am in South Africa. Let's get rid of that. I am in South Africa, Hermione. MS Lemons. Cheers. Thanks for dropping by. Really appreciate it. You are too high, so you go down. And let's see. Let's put you there. Let's put you there. Let's put you there. And let's put you there. Okay. I really don't know how I ever played this game without Move It. And I'm always very impressed when I see people post screenshots of things that they've done in the vanilla game. I don't know if you guys are aware. What's his name? Imperator is doing a vanilla stream, a vanilla build where he's basically building as beautiful a city as he can with no mods, like not even Move It, 0 mods. And some of the stuff the guy is building there is amazing. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. Yeah, Imperator is proper. He recently built a golf course, just pure vanilla, and I was blown away by what he was able to do. So if you guys don't know, just check out Imperator stuff. It is absolutely amazing. His vanilla series is just wow. Hoping this city does not take place in any specific area. If you've seen any of my Normersburg videos, I mentioned that I don't theme my things after any specific city or any specific country, let me rather say. I theme my cities after suppose general themes, and this is a kind of deserty theme, but this town is located around a thriving river. So this area is going to be nice and green purely because of the river running by. And as we expand out into the desert, which I'm hoping to do, or I'm planning to do, we will build things that are hopefully much drier. I've never done a desert theme build before, so that should be fun, I think. Charlie Oliver, thank you so much for the donation. Hey, I really appreciate it. I guess my help was worth it. Yay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, I think we are good. Right? I think we are good. I think we've built quite a bit. We've got power all set up nicely. I love how these power lines like just cuts through. Okay, you must go because you are like disturbing the balance, and this is not balanced. There we go. That's a bit better balanced. No, that's not balanced. Yeah. No, now I messed it up there. Go away. Okay. There we go. I think these trees are too close. Oh, I still want to do this. Ooh, no, definitely not that. Let's increase you just a little bit. There we go. I want to do that. just give some texture to, ooh, gosh. That's what happens when you are cleaning stuff and still. There we go. I don't know what I was saying there. That's why I just stopped myself. Cool. We've got power running all the way along. All the way. I think this is nifty. I like the way like the power lines cuts through the landscape. I think this, look at that. I love it. 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 And I like how it also crosses the roads at different points. I think overall we have done quite a bit today, hey? What do you guys think? Here is the power plant. I think it has come together quite nicely. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. The bandits, thank you. So glad you like it. Robin, yes. Hey, in fact, let me actually do that, right? So if you keen, you must join us on over at the Discord server. It's called the Sanctum. Very original, I know. But yeah, we've got some pretty cool people on there. You know, we got just random chats. We've got space dedicated for you to submit things that you would like to see me build. If you want to challenge my creativity, what you would like to see in the different towns and cities that I work on. So come on along. We've got places where people help each other out. So if you've got issues, there's somebody that might have experienced that problem before in the past, and they can set it. Whoa, hang on a second. I have not saved this entire 2 hours. Where am I? Where's the river valley? Save. Before we lose the save game. All right, we have saved. Cool. I think, yeah, I think this has turned out pretty nicely. I love the work we've done along the river as well. Love how the power lines kind of stick out from the top there, or whatever those things are called. I just like the way they've all come together. I think overall we've done a pretty good job. We did what we could. We kept it mostly vanilla assets with the exception of these two. I think this has come out quite nicely. Quite nicely. And yes, it's all because of everybody. Thank you all so much. Everybody who joined, everybody who gave like suggestions and ideas of what to build. I think all of that helped. So yes. We are basically, I think we are done for the day. I think we'll leave it at this for this stream. And next week, I think what we will do next week is, if I get the assets, I think we'll start off with this low power petrol station here. I think that's not a bad idea. And then we will sink this back into the ground, or maybe run it along a little bit first before sinking it into the ground. And we will connect up the power nicely to this place, and then start actually building and working on the actual town. So that's what I'm thinking for the next stream. I think that should be good. But otherwise, overall, I think we did a good job. Hermione, when will I stream next time? It will be a week from today, the same time, 10 p.m. my time. So right now, minus 2 hours. So whatever time it is for you right now, minus 2 hours from that, and that is the time that I will be streaming again next week. So same day, everything exactly the same. That's the plan. So I should be able to... I'm trying to keep my stream times consistent so that it's kind of, I suppose, easy for you, so that you know exactly when to expect the streams. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying. I will probably miss a week or two here and there, depending upon how things go. But I will do my best to try and keep it as consistent as I possibly can. All right. Cool. Otherwise, I think that's it. We've made a lot of progress, and I want to say a big thanks to every single person that donated to me. Thank you so much, Charlie Oliver. Really appreciate it. Water is not wet. Really appreciate it. 2 donations. Super awesome. Thank you so much. You guys are rock stars. In fact, water is not wet. You gave me 3 donations actually. That's actually that's a lot of donations, eh? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Arium, however you pronounce your name, fellow South African, thank you so much. Really appreciate your donation. Mandan Mori, you too. Appreciate it. Robin, Mr. Ever So Generous, thank you. And DD, the Demolition Daddy himself, or Demolition Daddy herself, I should not presume. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for the donations, for joining me on the stream. Bandit, what are you saying? You should also mention that you love the way that I make farms and how I focus on them more, because most channels honestly don't do it. Thank you so much. I'm glad you appreciate it. We're definitely going to be having a lot of farms, especially in Normanburg. Lots and lots of farms. As we finish off the town that's what episode 12 just came out. I just finished recording episode 14. I'm editing episode 13, or I'm going to start editing episode 13. Once we're done with episode 14, we will start doing more and more farmlands, because Normanburg is just going to be a vast farmland. So you can look forward to that. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me on the stream. Really appreciate it. I will catch you all next week, same time. Thank you all so much for being here. Jump on the Discord server. Hey, check out my socials for screenshots and stuff like that. I haven't posted any screenshots of the valley, actually, the river valley. I think let me post a couple of these on my socials. So yeah, do check it out. Check out my socials for like updates, screenshots of things that I'm working on before they actually come out. And yeah, that's it. Can't think of anything else that I want to say other than thank you all so much, and I will catch you all next week. Cheers, everybody.